Welcome to the first episode of the second season of the CGC Show on AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa. Today, we are coming to you live from the Tonsorium of Nate the Barber's place here in Accra, Ghana, and I am your host, Adjoa Omie. Do follow us on our social media platforms at AAU_TV on Twitter, Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube, and at AAU TV Official on Instagram. Today, we will be discussing quite a very interesting career path. We will be discussing tonsorial artistry as a career path, popularly known as barbering. My guest is ready, I am ready, and I hope you are ready too. Do stay tuned. We'll be back after the break. You are watching the CGC Show on AAU TV, and today we will be discussing tonsorial artistry, also known as barbering, as a career path. And my guest is in the person of Mr. Nathaniel Dogbey, popularly known as Nate the Barber.
Yeah.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for making time, and I really like your space, honestly. You told me this is your second place.
It is the second one.
Wow.
Yes.
What inspired you to do it? Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Nathaniel Dogbey. Most people know me as Nate the Barber or the hairmaster. Yeah, so I'm a hairstylist by profession, an entrepreneur. I'm 27, and yeah, I just love art. So yeah.
So what actually inspired you to choose barbering? I mean, looking at the time that's gone, there was a time that barbering wasn't a profession that people would want to venture into, and it was really looked upon. What inspired you to do barbering?
I think it wasn't something that I really wanted to do, or maybe I went into because I wanted to be a barber. Okay. It was just something that came along the line. Wow. Because growing up, I was into art. I really loved art, so anything art was something that I would want to know a bit about. So I had a friend who had a barber shop at the time, and then I would just go and sit at his barber shop and just as friends and all that. And then one time, I think there was too many people at the barber shop, and he was okay. I had to help him out with the kids and all that. And before that, I used to draw the pictures in the barber shop. So let's say the haircut. You know, back in the day, if you go to the barber shop, there is haircuts, pictures and all that. So when the people come, they choose from. So then I ended up drawing all the pictures from the barber shop, and then there was nothing to draw.
From your imagination?
No, like because I did art in school.
Okay.
And I was like very little in school. I was doing art and all that, and I was a person of art. So I would just take my art book and I go to the barber shop and I'll draw the haircuts. Okay. So I had an idea about what to go about, like the haircut and all that in the drawing. Okay. So one time there was too many kids in the barber shop, and I had to help him by just bringing the kid's hair down, and then he would just do the rest, because I mean it would take too much time for him to start all over. Yeah. So I mean, when I started doing it, I realized it was a bit of what I was doing already, because you have to do shading and all that. The fade in the barbering is sort of like shading in a haircut, or maybe a drawing. Okay. So I think once in a while I go to the barber shop and I help him and all that, and then I realized it was something I liked. So I was just doing it once in a while, and then it got to a point where people started liking what I was doing.
they started liking you.
Yeah, the haircuts I was doing for the kids.
In his shop.
In his shop.
Was he not disappointed?
Not really, because it wasn't something that nobody ever thought that I would take serious.
Okay.
I mean, myself, I didn't think I was going to take it serious anyway, because I would just go and just be there, and then once in a while. So when the kids started liking the haircuts and all that, and I also felt like it was something that I enjoyed doing because it was also art, then I was like, okay, let me look into this thing a little bit. So then when the kids are in the house, they'll come by, and then I'll do their shape up, I'll do their lining, and it was something I was enjoying. So I was like, okay, this is nice. But then I didn't know I was going to take it as a profession. Yeah.
So at what stage, as at that time, were you?
I think I was in JHS or so. I think that was in 2006.
So you started doing it, and how did you go to secondary school?
Yes, I went to secondary school.
And how were you doing both?
Okay, so in secondary school, I didn't do barbering. In JHS, I didn't do barbering in school at all. That's what I said. It wasn't something I thought I was going to do.
Okay.
It was
you were
after,
just doing it for fun.
It was just after SHS. That was when there was nothing to do now, and then like you touch a bit of this, you touch a bit of it. I was like, ah, nah, now I have to even cut hair. So then my friends would come over and cut their hair, and then one time I think my sister saw a shop. They wanted a barber. That was later in 2014.
Wow.
My sister saw a shop. They wanted a barber. I was like, oh, since you know how to cut hair, and you're really good at this thing, why don't you go and try it out? Because there was nothing to do. I was like, okay, cool. So then little by little, go to the barber shop, and then I mean, people liked it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. Then let me do it for some time. So doing it for some time, it then became a thing. So yes, it was something that actually, let's say, chose me. No, I didn't go after it.
You didn't go after it.
It actually chose me, and then that was a good.
That's so inspirational, because looking at how you've grown in the industry and from where you are coming from, I must tell that you had a bit of business in your mind, or what do you think?
Yeah, growing up, I always like to buy and sell. I want, like, people send you, get something small. So I was somebody who I've always wanted to be independent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't depend on somebody, so I had to do anything just to get money, like any good thing to get money. People will send you, maybe buy something and sell. I did rabbit farming, I did dog farming, so anything business, anything buy and sell, I was into it. So then, when I added all those little experiences to becoming a barber, and also I learned a lot of mistakes from the people that I work with, and then the things they did that I felt wasn't good for the business. I learned a lot from all those people, and then I just added it together, and then used that as my, let's say, my business mind or my side of, yeah, you get it. So just know.
How is the relationship like with the person that you learned from?
Well, it's been amazing. He's so proud of me, and every day, he's a Muslim, so almost every, all their festive seasons and all that, so we link up and all that, and then we talk almost all the time.
Oh, that's impressive.
Stuff, he's excited about it, so we always talk.
Basically, how has the experience been for you so far?
I would say it's been tough, it's been good at the same time, it's been challenging, and it's been worth it. Yeah. Because let's say, for instance, people now accepting the whole artistry of the barbering and all that. It's I think that is satisfying. Yeah. But then in terms of standing out as a barber and trying to do what people wouldn't want to do, that's the challenging part of it. Because, for instance, like, there are certain things that I feel shouldn't be done in the industry, which other people will be doing, and then, you know, people like when things are flashy, things look certain way. Yeah. But most of the time too, it's not always the best way to go about the business. So those are the challenging aspect of it. But then apart from that, if it comes to the art of it, the business side of it, the clientele satisfaction side of it, it's been good.
Impressive. I'm really impressed. But don't you feel challenged, or don't you feel the competition? I feel social media has really come to help you guys in terms of, even when you talk about makeup artistry or even artistry as a whole profession, it seems people weren't really hearing more about you guys, but because the social media and the influencers to promote what you guys do, I feel people are now getting to see it. Or how do you see the profession currently?
I think right now, let's say if I want to rate it, we should be at about 65% in terms of how we should be out there, and then how people should see our work or our art.
Okay.
Right? Back in the day, nobody goes to the barber shop except they want to cut their hair.
Yeah.
But right now, you can actually sit in your house and then see a very good haircut that somebody has posted from the barber shop. So people are sort of appreciating it. I mean, the art side of it, and people are sort of like seeing what goes into, coming up with a good haircut or maybe a good hairstyle.
Yeah.
You get it? So I think maybe the social media per se has been really good in terms of promoting us and also making people see the good side of our business. Because a lot of times people feel like barbers are, or maybe haircut or hairstyling is something that you just need when, I don't know how they see it, but I feel like it's a very important thing that people are now acknowledging the importance of it. Because without a barber, I don't think anybody would look good.
Definitely.
So me personally, I think the importance of it is basically just because people are now acknowledging what goes into it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people post videos and maybe pictures of how the process was, maybe the before and afters of the haircut, and then people see the transformation. So they realize that no, these people are actually doing something or putting something into this to make it what it is.
You sometimes even see pictures of haircuts and you go like, wow, how did the person even come up with this idea? How do you get the ads? How do you come up with the designs and all of that? I know you say it's from the creative mind, but what are some of the skills that you would need if you want to venture into that artistry?
Yeah, so I always tell people if you want to be a good barber, you have to have a bit of a background of art, right? You have to know how to draw, you have to know how to come up with designs yourself. So I always, if somebody tell me, oh, I want to learn how to cut hair, I tell the person the first thing is, do you have a bit of art in you? Are you somebody who loves art in any way? Because if you know a bit of art, it will be easy for you to bring it into the whole cutting of hair, because this is like drawing with a blade or drawing with a pen. You can't clean it as soon as you do it. So it has to be something that you have a bit or some knowledge of art before, like as a basic before you come into the barbering industry. So I always say good barbers are good artists, because it's like drawing on a human being.
Definitely.
Yeah, so
you can't, like you said, you can't go back to it.
Yeah, you can't. As soon as you do wrong, you can't clean it. It's not like drawing with a pencil shade. So sometimes I feel like barbers need to be, or maybe artists in terms of like hairstylists and all these people, makeup artists need to be rated a bit higher than other professions, because these people are people who are doing instant like art. It's something that you can't clean, you can't go back on. So as soon as you do it, that's it. I think these people should be. I think that's also now that people are seeing the part of it on social media, and then people are actually acknowledging that no, this is.
Yeah, getting the recognition.
You get it. So it takes a lot to be a good barber. It takes a lot to be a good artist as well. So for you to be a good barber, I feel like there should be a bit of a background of art. Somebody who can, maybe you like to draw, maybe you like to carve stuff, then you can come up with a
designs for yourself. You don't. So will you tell me that you've never stolen someone's idea of haircuts?
I would say inspirations, right? You get inspired from. There are haircuts that somebody will come to the barber shop and be like, oh, I want this design, can you do it? I'll be like, yeah. And then some people to that come, I want some design. The person wants you to come up with something. They are imagining the thing, but they can't explain it.
Have you failed someone in terms of that?
Yes, a lot of times. A lot of times. And then maybe sometimes you see somebody's art and be like, no, this is good. You want to do it. Like,
and then you fail.
Yeah, so, I feel it's normal to be able to take someone's idea and then make it yours. At the end of the day, if nobody knows that it was someone's, then it is yours. But if somebody, sometimes I tag the people that I took the design from. Maybe somebody did a haircut and I feel like this haircut is really good. I find somebody who wants to do it, or maybe I show it to a client who wants to get something on their hair. Like, okay, what do you think about this? Oh, let's do it. Then we do it on the person. So I don't say it is mine, but at the end of the day, the haircut, I was the one who did it. But then the design was, I took the inspiration from somebody else's act and all that.
I would want you to tell me what really has made your brand stand out, and you also share some of the challenges. But we'll do that after the break. Do stay tuned.
One of the universities set up in our pre-independence era, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Our international reputation has and continues to soar as a reference point in matters of science and technology, research and education. We believe that the future belongs to those who have sound technology acumen.
I love USD.
I love KNUST.
If you just tuned in, you are watching the CGC Show on AAU TV, your trusted pathway to your growth. And we have been discussing tonsorial artistry, also known as barbering as a career. And Nathaniel Dogbey has delved into the issue. He's talked about some of the skill that you need, how to draw inspiration, and even how to copy somebody's work to make it your own. Nathaniel, I would like to know what really has made your brand stand out.
Well, I would say for the past years, I've always been about originality, quality, and then let's say quality, and then the originality, and also trying to stand out as being different. You get it from everybody else, because everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's doing, let's say if somebody come up with a style, everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's trying to just sell the same thing to the public, but then we try to do it well and also make it original, and then also make it stand out. So I feel like that's what made us stand out. I mean from the time, because like let's say there was a time that let's say all the barbers had to like do dyeing and all that stuff. So like after the haircut, we have something we call enhancement. The enhancement is maybe, let's say, when someone is going to a certain location, or maybe the person has a program that the person wants to go to, then you can enhance the person's hair. So let's say a normal haircut, you do a touch-up of maybe adding colors or maybe black dye for it to be very sharp for the occasion, right? But the products that we use, some of it has some let's say harmful side of you get it, that you don't have to use it all the time, right? So then it became a thing that every time people go to the barber shop, they do the enhancement and all that. The enhancement, they have a type that, you know, after you do it, it washes off right after. But then there's some that is permanent for at least 2-3 weeks. Okay, so those ones is a bit dangerous when you do it all the time. Because in the description of the product itself, they say you should do it after a number of times, let's say 3 months or 2 months. So when you do it all the time, it becomes a challenge. But because people want to always have their work look some way, so they do it all the time, which was harmful. And also people sort of do it for the Instagram, for the social media, right? So they will do it for it to look good for the social media. But then we decided to do it for the quality of it, so that it will last, even though after the Instagram you get the social media likes, you go out there and you still look good. And also we look at the health side of it. It shouldn't be harmful to the person. So we at Need the Barber's Place, or letting the brand stand out, is because of how we take the clients, as one of our number one priorities, so that we care about the clients, and also care about the looks, and also care about ourselves. So it's not just about the how people are going to see it, but also the healthy side of it.
So if I'm getting you right, you base on, let's say, where the client is going, or if let's say the person has a wedding or something, or a concert, you base on that to give the person a hairstyle.
No, not really. What I'm trying to say is that, okay, maybe let's say you're going for a wedding, right? And then you want to look extra than your normal
depending
everyday,
on the look the person wants to have.
And also, like, let's say an everyday haircut. We have an everyday haircut. Maybe you cut your hair, you look normal as your normal haircut. But then maybe you have a show or an event, right? You want to look extra. So then we enhance it with products. Let's say maybe a black dye for your lines to be sharper and all that. but that you don't do it every day or every time you're going for a haircut.
I see.
Because if you do it all the time, then it's harmful to your, maybe the texture of your hair or maybe your health even. So, I mean, most people wouldn't really want to look at it that way, but then because of the side that, let's say maybe, it's just, it makes our social media look good. So we always do it, but it's not always the right way to. You have to think about the person's health. In terms of how the effect it's going to have on the person. You get it? So we look at all those things. We look at the health side of it. We look at the glamour side of it, and also we look at the benefit side of it. So it's not only that maybe we just want it to look good all the time. Of course, we give quality haircuts. We make it look good all the time, but we don't use products or chemicals all the time. So I think putting the client's health first, and also looking at the benefit you're also going to get makes us sort of stand out, because we are not only looking at the social media and all that stuff. We care about the clients too.
Has there been a specific hairstyle that you can boast that this has, like, you actually initiated this hairstyle?
Well, too many.
Really?
Yeah, too many. I have designs that nobody has been able to imitate.
Wow.
Yeah, so those are like, I have like maybe, let's say, 10 masterpieces of haircuts that nobody has able to imitate. So what happens is that when we do the design, it goes out there, other barbershops do it, and then they post it. That's a normal thing in the barbering industry, which is normal. It's very normal and very welcome. But then there are some that you do it and you own it. Nobody will be able to imitate it.
I see.
Yes, so those ones, we have like at least 10 pieces that nobody has been able to imitate it properly all over. I mean, across the world.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm very, very impressed, honestly. But how do you get your clients? Is it, do they refer people to you, or do they recommend you to people, or how do you even keep your clients, and how do you get clients?
Okay, so let me start with how we get them. Okay, so with that, most of it is from our social media and referrals.
Okay.
Right? Maybe somebody came and then they like the service and they recommend us to another person, and then it's like preaching the word, right? People come, they like what they get, and then they tell other people, and then they keep coming, and then those ones do come recommend other people.
Yeah.
So that's how we get our clients, let's say. And then how to maintain them is, I think it's about the quality of the service. I have clients that I'm still working on since I started. From 2014 till now, I still have those clients that are still here, that still come. And I have like almost all my clients that started with me up to now.
Still.
Yes, so I think it's about the good work and the quality that we are giving to them, and also we've been able to make them trust us because of the type of work we do, and then the things we use as well. So I think that's what made us maintain the clientele.
I see. How have you been able to deal with clients in terms of they're not liking they're not liking your recommendation? Let's say a client comes in and he or she wants this particular haircut, but then you see it from the professional point of view and you tell the person, I don't think this haircut will fit you. How do you go about it?
Well, let's say it's just a few people who would want to argue with what you think, or maybe what you suggested.
From your clients, like
from the clients, just a few people who come, and then the only times that we have that challenge is maybe when the person comes with a picture that, I want this haircut, and then maybe the texture of their hair or maybe the shape of their hair is not going to suit the haircut in the picture. Then you'll be like, I think we should do it this way. The person, I want the same thing, I want the same thing. Then, but me, what I do is I explain to the people what it's going to look like before I do it. So when you show me a picture, I tell you what it's going to look like before we even start the haircut. So if you watch most of my videos on maybe or Instagram, you realize that I tell the person how they are going to look even before we do it, and they look exactly how I tell them they are going to look. So I think if like the level we are now, we can actually tell what will fit somebody. So we don't really get to have those challenges anymore. Like maybe a person can I tell you your texture of the texture of your hair. This and this is what is going to be good for it, and then maybe the shape of your hair, let's do it this way, or let's touch this a little bit for it to come out the way you want it. And also sometimes you don't really have to like tell the client what it's going to be like. You just listen to what they want to do, they show you the picture, then you add your technical side of the technical mind to what they want, and then give them what that is going to suit their hair, and then still give them exactly what they want in the picture.
although that is not quite a challenge for you, but
Yeah.
what has been some of your challenging moments since you started being a tonsorial artist?
Okay, so the challenging moment was when I started having, employing people.
Okay.
You get it? Because people have different lifestyles, people have different backgrounds and all that. So that was when I started facing challenges. When it was just me, I didn't really have a challenge because then it was just me and the person. So I treat the people the way they like, and then it's all about me because when they come, they are coming to me. So there was no challenge. But now bringing other people on board, then now you have to deal with different attitude, different lifestyles, different kind of people, and I also try to get a certain, because we have a certain brand and a certain style and a certain lifestyle that we live at the Barber's Place. So to be able to get the people to be on the same path, that's the challenges.
Okay.
And it takes some time for you to be able to groom the people. Sometimes some people come, they need training so that they'll be able to be on the same standard as we are. And also, that's basically the challenge when we're getting people on board, because now you have to try to bring something out of the people, and we all know that trying to change somebody is difficult, or trying to add to somebody is difficult. It takes time. So those are the challenges, because by the time you are done with this person, there's another person on board to train. By the time you are done with that, there's another person coming. So it never stops.
It never stops.
Yeah, so
That's quite impressive.
Yeah.
What has been some of the benefits you're enjoying? I know you right now you have 2 shops.
Yeah.
Probably the third is on the way.
Sure.
And that's probably because you're getting a lot of money.
Yeah.
But share with us, what has been some of the benefits, comparing it to you, like say you working for somebody else and then you doing it right now.
So
you doing your own work right now.
Yeah, so the number one benefit is living your life the way you want it, having your own style. I don't think if I was working in a corporate, institution, I'll probably have my hair.
I wanted to ask you about that,
Yeah,
but
so
continue.
I can't wear earrings. I can't live the life I want to live.
Yeah.
But working in this type of institution is like you have the freedom to be yourself and do how you want to do, right? If you look around, you see that the barbers have their own style.
Yeah.
Everybody feel the way they want to feel. It sort of gives you the freedom to live the way you want to live, right? So that's the number one benefit. The second benefit is I get to meet people who, and on a normal day, somebody with whatever degree or level they are will never get to meet.
Yeah.
I've met all the biggest stars, the celebrities in Africa.
Share with us. Share with us your biggest clients, your biggest contracts.
Okay, I have a few of those too.
Okay.
It's not just one person. I've done Wizkid.
Wow.
I've done Black from America. I've done R2Bs. I've done almost all of them. I've done almost every artist. I've done Joey B. I've done Daco Vibes. I've done almost all the artists in Ghana.
Wow.
Almost all the top artists in Africa.
Wow.
And then a few ones from America and all those that maybe if I mention the name, it's not everybody will know them.
When do you intend starting training?
We intend starting training any time from now.
Wow.
Right after Corona and everything is lifted, we intend to take it off from there. We actually have the setup going on and everything for people to start, enrolling.
But in your salon, you don't do just haircuts. You do pedicure, you do manicure. What really inspired you to start all of those things?
Okay, so when we started, we were looking at a beauty house where everything is.
Okay.
You go there, you get everything. You get your hair, you get your nails, you probably get a massage, you get facial. So everything beauty. So it's a beauty house.
Okay.
So everything that you think about when it comes to beauty or any, So, that's basically it.
Tell students and people watching you out there, tell them what you would want them to hear. Tell them something to inspire them, to make them know that this industry is not as dead as they think, because it is as of now rising, just like other professions. So,
so I would like to tell everybody out there, if you ever dream of becoming an artist or a hairstylist or a barber or however way they would like to put it, one thing I would like to tell you is you have to have a dream, you have to have a goal, and you have to believe in what you're doing.
Exactly.
And also you have to understand that everything takes time. You understand? There is nothing that you just start the same day and then you start seeing the benefits. You probably have to do some sacrifices, you have to go through some hard times, some hardships, and then just don't give up, right? And also when you're doing it, do it better, and also try to give something that other people won't give. Because I think everybody's looking for something that they don't get just easily.
Yeah.
So try to be the best, try to be the better version of yourself, and always learn and upgrade yourself. And then I think you would definitely excel in the beauty business.
It was so great to have you on the show, Nathaniel, to speak on tonsorial artistry as a career. Yeah. And I know that you are doing well, and I know definitely you go far.
Thank you.
That we're farther than where you are.
Yeah.
So thank you too for tuning in. Like you mentioned, you need to have skill, you need to have the passion for it, and you need to be creative. So whatever it is that you want to know about tonsorial artistry, he's here in Ghana. You can contact him on the social media platforms, and he will get in touch with you. And also don't forget, he said he will have some training, a bit of training soon to come. So do follow them on their social media handles and get to know more about their training. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Adjoa Omie. Don't forget, the show is proudly brought to you by the Association of African Universities. You can follow us on our social media platforms at AAU_TV on Twitter, Association of African Universities on Facebook and YouTube, and at AAU TV official on Instagram. If you have any questions, you can send it via the email that is provided and the WhatsApp number provided beneath your screen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of our programs.